Okay, everybody, welcome back. I had a phone call and it knocked my recording offline, but I'm in the progress of forwarding my yarn onto the warp. And this is very easy to do here. If you don't have it too tight, it'll forward real easy. And I forward it like this. I don't want to lose my warp from off of the peg that I have on the other end. But in case that do happen, I will take another 2x4 and I will drill me some holes all the way through, which would be these 1-inch holes, a 1/2-inch holes, and I will thread my warp through the end board where everything will be perfectly lined up, and then I would add my peg to the back side of that thread through a 2x4, and that should hold it in place where nothing would slip out. And I can even put some the little brace bolt, like a parenthesis brace on the back, that the dowel would just go through, and those brace will hold the dowel and won't nothing come loose. Which that might be the thing to do. But I enjoy making this. I really do. Now I got to go back and edit my video because the phone call kind of broke it up. Alright, get back on there. Got it. Now, I have advanced this to the warp, and in doing so, I take my hand and just slide them together, as you see here. Sometimes I have to lift up my warp, my pegs to hold the warp a little tighter, and work on just sliding them all together. And it's very easy to do. Very. If you're somebody new and looking for something to do and you're not able to do a lot of lifting or whatever the case may be, you still want to be creative, this would be awesome. This is very new to me, and I was able to go and build my own frame, and I get to share it with y'all. Those, my loops be sticking up. I just lift them out, slide the plurn, together. Once I got it slide on like that, I'm ready to start another row to add more to this. Just keep adding and adding, and before you know it, you'll have a whole mat done. And you take your time, spread it out on the bed or here or on a table, whatever you have, even the floor, and you go to working your plurn to get it laid out into the mat design. You have to slide it down. Just keep sliding. Some of these will be tighter, like these are tight. But I still have room to add more plurn forward. So I just take my towel here that's on this end of the frame and start weaving once again. Which this first one is already kind of up running through here, and I just weave it in between. Go one at a time and hold it. All right. I take my time and do it like this, one by one, because when you doing this here and that and that and that and that, you don't want to skip one. I'm trying to be careful to make sure I don't skip one. The person you see that can do this fast might been doing it a while, and this is very new to me. So I want to make sure I learn the ropes before I go speed. Speed demon and miss all kind of loops because I'm speeding demon. So the next thing I'll be trying on this will be some yarn. I want to get this mat done first to see how it looks. Then I want to go buy me 5 or 6 of the big balls of that cashmere yarn and see how would a woven blanket look. And I've been working on a weaving quilt too. I'm gonna have to get back to that to do some more work on that. And I'm just thinking, what if I went back and just took all of that loose and just weave that quilt on this loom? I can do it in panels. But let me tell you, don't get me wrong. If I weave the quilt on here, I'm going from end to end. All of this will be in pegs. and I will have large panels. When I'm done, I would have I probably would have to make about 3 panels to make a decent quilt. 3 full panels. Because this is almost a 6-foot frame, but you know you have to measure off 2 inches on each end before you start with your weaving. So you can make this frame by purchasing a 12-foot 2x4, and you would need more pegs, and you would need them all the same size, which is very easy to get. I do have a wood shop here where I live that I could go by the wood shop and they could cut all of my pegs the same size. I could buy 20 or 30 pegs and have them just cut them all 6 inches, or cut them all 6 inches is big enough though. These all supposed to be 6 inches from the get-go, and one of the inches go down into the 2x4. Then that leaves me excuse me, that leaves me 5 inches of workspace. So you can go 6 inches or you can go 7 inches. How long you like your pegs? But remember, you're going to be all standing up there. And if you do like a 10-inch peg, okay, that's going to get pretty expensive. And Walmart do sell pegs, so they're in the craft section. And I'm using the 1/2 inch ones. They $3 or $4 a stick, 30-some inches long. But if you, that's 3 if you use 10 inches on one peg. And you need a lot of pegs, especially if you're going to be weaving quilts. And the way I would make my yarn for weaving the fabric for quilts is I would cut my strips 2.5 inches. Then I will sew right sides together. No, I'm speeding. You connect them all together with a straight line stitch. Just connect them all together with a 1/4 inch seam. And once you get them all connected, then you sew the longer way of the two together with right sides together. And you will be sewing a very good minute if you're making a lot of it to weave a quilt. Once you sew it in batches, get it together, and when you get to the end, all you have to do is, if you have to connect one ball to another ball, just like you got the plorin here, you just sew a straight stitch to make your connection. And you can even iron that little seam open and fold it back on the seam and put a little heat on it to hold it so that seam won't sew when you weaving your quilt. It's still a hand weave process, but you will be doing it where no raw edges will be showing. Now, if you want to do a rag quilt where you have the little fine fringes showing, then you just cut your strings 1 inch. Do it 1 inch and then weave it. Make a beautiful, beautiful, heavy woven rug. I mean, not rug, but quilt. And you do the rugs the same way. But the larger you make it, it becomes a quilt. And you have to remember, if you have a long peg on your frame, the more you put on that peg, the harder it's going to be to move it. Because you have to lift it from the hole to advance your warps. To advance your fabric to the warp. So 5 inches is pretty good. You just keep going. Keep weaving and keep woven in it. Keep advancing your fabric to the warp. And make the balls. And I always say, this is my opinion, I'm going to make at least 10 big balls before I start. 10 big balls. That way, you know, once you get started, hey, you got your work cut out. You got 10 big balls to go through. And I also recommend get the 5-gallon buckets and put all your balls into the bucket. That way, when you are doing your weave, it unrolls nicely. And just say you made 10 frames and you're going to get some church members to help you. If you think they might do a whole warp length to help you out, then, you know, go ahead, get things together and let them start. Show them how it's done. You can even teach a class at your church. Children would love to do something like this. Excuse me a minute, y'all. Okay. Sorry about that. That's this old sinuses. It gets a little better when I take antibiotics and steroids. Steroids kind of dries it up. But it's only so much you can take before you start damaging other items in your body that you need to take care of. So that's why I ain't just steady beating the doctor over the head. Can you please give me some more steroids? No, I gotta protect my kidneys. I gotta protect my liver. I already have diabetes, which indicates liver problem. And I'm not trying to add to that and stress my body out more on top of the pain I have. So I hope and pray somebody's getting something from this. And it don't matter how old you is on this one. If you have a passion for it, you can do it. But I do tell you this, any dream you have, always put Jesus first. I always tell everybody, put Jesus first, because He is the Alpha and the Omega. He's the healer, the provider. And the very day He died on the stake, He saved us all. So if anybody asks you, is you saved? You let them know, yes, I am saved. The day Jesus died on that cross or on that stake, He saved me. Ah, I done used up the whole ball. Nice. Y'all see that? I got the end here, so let me show you this. I have a new ball of Plorn here with brown. Let me show you how I connect this. Okay, I pull this out and I run that through, and then I take the whole ball and put it through like that, and then pull tight. Now it's all connected back in the bucket. I'm good to go. But I can't really do no more. I need to advance my Plorn to the warp. Okay, I have another here full. As you can see, it's to the top of the smallest peg I have on here. These are my larger ones. I want them all cut to this length here. That way, when I'm warping them, when I'm weaving, I can go all the way up to the top. But I have a short one here, 2 short ones on that end, a short one here, 2 short ones here, and that one don't quite make it. I would need to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is not bad. I need to replace at least 9 of these. All right. The reason I say about the 10-inch dial is hard. I had to pull up the first 2 out of the holes just to get this to warp, to slide through. Then put it back in the hole. And you just repeat the process. And again, if you have some plastic bags you would like to donate, just email me and I will give you the address to where to mail them to. I might have to yeah, I might do something a little different. It's getting tighter and tighter, so my bottom my bottom weave may be at the peg that's holding the warp on. All right. Whew. I got that one. And I'm gonna slide it forward a little bit here. This is just how you do it. I wanted y'all to be able to see everything because I don't want to hide anything other than I already had my warp warped onto the frame, and all it is on the pegs here. There I have a hole drilled in the peg, and I just fed the I fed the warp through the hole, and then I opened up the end of the warp like this. Can y'all see that? You might have to zoom your camera in or go back and look at it from a cell phone so you can zoom it. But I put the plarn through the hole, and then I twist it, and I just wrapped it on like that and tightened it up. That's all. It's not tied, it's just wrapped. Okay, that's all I'm doing for today. Thank you for watching. Do give me the thumbs up, like, share, and comment. And if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. This is Ellen Campbell signing off with Campbell's Creation. Have a blessed rest of your day. Bye now.